Hello, we are back. It's a new season and the corner flag has returned. I know we have been away for a very long time, and all of you, a lot of you, a massive number of three people wrote to us and asked us where we were in the live chat. Also, somebody has said you guys got cancelled or something, but we did not get cancelled after winning awards. We were just very busy with like work that actually. Makes us money as opposed to this. But yes, we are back because the new season is here. तो हमने बोला कि यार अभी तो काम वाम छोड़ दो, ये तो करना ही पड़ेगा अपने को. Joining us today is last season's FPL winner, the Cornflag FPL Mini League winner, Ronaq Vikamsey. Ronaq, welcome to the Cornflag yet again, man. How's it going?
Very good. Yeah, very good. Happy to be here. And thank you for the very kind introduction.
Amazing. Nathan is also here on his phone in
Hi
uh,
guys.
in portrait mode as opposed to
Sorry, man.
landscape. That's okay. That's fine. It's a live stream. It's all good. It
I'm
all
just
works out.
here for the game, for the beautiful game,
Yes. You were
and for
traveling,
this
no, Nathan?
podcast. I'm currently in Goa. Yeah. I'm in
Amazing.
my cousin's kitchen.
अरे क्या बात है. This is the kind of dedication that we
Yes,
like here at the Cornflag. We all
and
arrive
I'm
regardless of where we are.
exactly, and I'm just glad. I hope my earphones you can hear me properly this time.
Yeah, I think we can. I think we can. If there are
Yeah.
people who cannot hear anybody, they will let us know in the live chat as well. But good to be back, boys. The Premier League is back. The football that actually matters is back, and as
Yeah.
are we. Ronak, let's start with you. Firstly, many congratulations for winning last season's Corner Flag Mini League. Uh, like it says in your little bio over here, only FPL is saving my season. I think after that first game, after yesterday's game against Arsenal, we're back, man. We're back where, unfortunately, where we have belonged for a very long time.
That caption, only FPL is saving my season, is from last season. So I'm happy it's still there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Uh, yeah, FPL though was a lot of fun. FPL this season is going to be even more interesting, but I'm really happy with the Premier League being back. Obviously, summer में तो ऐसा लगता है यार कि even the football doesn't matter. Like Club World Cup, honestly, I was so split on it ना. मुझे तो full time ऐसा लग रहा था कि Club World Cup is rigged. Full time ऐसा लग रहा था कि the Club World Cup is rigged. Like all European teams losing to all South American
Yeah.
teams. It just
Yeah.
seemed like a weird thing.
Yeah.
But yes, happy that the Premier League is back and happy that United, although we lost, just happy to see my team play well.
Yeah. Look how far we've fallen. How as Roy Keane said in the post match, like this is how low the bar is now. We haven't scored goals, but हाँ performance अच्छा था इसलिए हम लोग सब happy है. But that is the reality of the
Literally.
situation at Man United, and we'll get to Man United in a lot more detail. But of course, we have to start off. See, we were away for a very long time, like I said in the intro, because
Hmm.
all of us were also very busy with work. But we did miss out an episode when the tragic news of Diogo Jota happened. So we also, from the conflict, like to really send our condolences to Liverpool. Nathan is here from Liverpool FC. Not that he is officially affiliated with the club in any capacity
Yeah,
apart from
but
being a fan, but still, man, the the
yes.
the,
No, it.
the
Hmm.
thoughts do matter, right? So it was. I mean, honestly, I feel like to a certain extent, no, calm and being busy with work and not being able to do podcast was one thing, but genuinely, I felt fucking depressed, bro, after that news came out. I it, honestly, like, that's the
Same.
power of football, and this is not even a team that I support. This is in fact a team that I hate. But when something like this happens, we don't realize how much
Yeah,
it
dude.
affects regular people like us. Like, I can only imagine what his teammates and his friends and his family must be going through. But अपने को इतना इधर इफेक्ट हो रहा है, मन ही नहीं कर रहा था यार कुछ करने का. Like, I had no inclination to get the mic out and start a stream or anything.
The first thing I
Yeah,
did
dude.
after I sorry to cut you, Nathan. थोड़ा I think latency है उसकी वजह से
No,
issue आ रहा है. The first thing I did after I read that news was उस रात को मैं FIFA खेल रहा था. And of course, even FIFA came out with the news that they were removing Jota from the game. It
Yeah.
just really, I hated that. and I know must be for legal reasons or whatever, but I hated that. But I had him in my manager mode team, and I
Yeah.
absolutely ragdolled everyone with him.
Nice.
I just felt good doing that.
It's a lovely tribute that it's the most tribute that we can give a fantastic player as well, right? Like there's only so much that
100%.
that one can do, and honestly, like all the tributes that all the teams put out during the Club World Cup, very very fascinating to see, very very classy from all the teams. Chelsea donating their Club World Cup winnings to Diogo Jota's family is yet another absolute class act. So well done to them. And again, like just seeing all the tributes in the Premier League as well on the opening day of the season, uh, with of course Liverpool playing the opening match against Bournemouth, and that's where we start 4-2 victory for Liverpool. Nitin, uh, uh, I don't know what you have done, bro, but तेरा तेरा लैंडस्केप हो गया, पर वो फिर भी पोर्ट्रेट में ही है. मैं तेरे को ऐसे दिख रहा हूँ.
Wow.
आई थिंक हमारा सारा ऑडियंस तेरे को ऐसे देख रहा है. So uh, no, but a fantastic victory for Liverpool at Anfield on a very emotional day at Anfield as well. Bournemouth though gave it to them, like they got very very
Oh
close.
yeah, dude. I fully expected a 2-2 draw after that Semenyo brace. I was like, no, there is no way. Maybe a 3-2, but I was fixed on a draw. I mentally prepared myself कि ये draw होने वाला है. Because I said this. Oh, I did like on my Instagram profile, I put out like a top 10, top six predictions, right? I don't know if you guys seen it. So I mentioned that Liverpool won't win the league this year if they don't sign at least two centre backs and at least one forward now. And that's exactly what happened. Van Dijk and Konate were like ghosted by Semenyo that day. And yeah, it was luck. I think it was meant, that game was meant for Liverpool to win just because of Jota, and every player after scoring gave him a tribute. It
Hmm.
was beautiful to see. But it's looking very bleak, bro. I am not very confident about Liverpool's season going in the season.
It'll
However,
change right after you buy 120, 130 million Alexander
I was
Isak.
about to come to that. I was about to come to that. But at the same time, I don't know. This one, see, they signed this Giovanni Leone guy.
Hmm.
So the thing is that I don't know how reliable he can be. He may be like a cup player, maybe, right? So it will be interesting to see how he pans out. And
No,
so,
so
yeah, I think Liverpool
Leone
need.
is a sorry to cut you again. Leone is a talent for the future. I mean, he's 18 years old. Liverpool believe
Hmm,
that they can develop him into a top player, and that is why to cover current team, that's why they're also targeting Mark Gahey, if I'm not wrong.
exactly. I
Yeah.
was just going to say that. And I think Guehi to Liverpool would be an outstanding signing, in my opinion. Like,
Right.
firstly, Premier League proven. He's an English. He plays. I think he starts for England, if I'm not wrong.
He
Whichever
does.
international game so far has been played this year. So yeah, I think he'd be a perfect fit
But
for.
I
And
mean,
he could like.
it's true because
I
I
think
feel like
more than
center half is the predominant position that Liverpool are really lacking in right now.
Hmm.
With the departure of Kwanzaa also now, he has gone to Bayer Leverkusen. So there is not enough cover there, and Van Dijk is also not getting any younger. उसका aura farming तो चल ही रहा
Yeah.
है, मतलब bro doesn't get into tackles. If he
Yeah.
doesn't get into
You
tackles, he
you
can't be
you saw
dribbled
that meme,
past.
right? You saw that meme, right? So when he was running through, Van Dijk just went like some like at least 2 feet away from him. Bro wanted to avoid being dribbled past.
Yeah. So I
That was
feel
very
like
funny.
that is true because I don't know if Isak is really required by Liverpool, right?
no, I think
No, Mukesh. One would say that after letting Darwin Nunes go to Al Hilal, Liverpool have gained a striker.
um, no, I think Slot is going to change his system a little bit now. I think he's trading control for a little more chaos up front because I
Hmm.
think he expects the team to get a little more defensive this season. The league in general to get a little more defensive this season,
Hmm.
especially the lower half teams, which is I think even which is what I think uh, he's betting against right now. I
Hmm.
think because even in defense, I think I would say even getting Guehi alone is not enough, right? I would say you'd still need more, but I think Slot is like, you know what, I'm going to trade a few goals because I want to attack from up front because more the bottom half teams are all going to play low block. They're going to keep it very tight, which also explains why he got someone like Wirtz,
Hmm.
so that you can get those tight passes, which another area where Liverpool struggled last season.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah,
one thing I would say is Liverpool's centre back problems were even persistent last season.
yeah.
Kwanzaa wasn't really, helping their cause as much as we'd like
Hmm.
to hope.
Mm.
And secondly, I would also say that last season, taking nothing away from Liverpool, they did win the league.
I
And,
bet you're
they.
going to take everything away from Liverpool from
No, no, no,
whatever
no,
you say
no.
next.
No, 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 I'm really not. But I'm saying is that the Premier League ka standard over the last decade has been set so high by City and Liverpool that, I mean, Liverpool yourself, you came second, by securing 98 points. I mean, that is a mad, mad level that the Premier League
Yeah.
had. And last season, in respect to the last decade, was a bit of a downer in that sense. But of course, Liverpool absolutely thrashed everyone, and there was no real competition to them. But why I was saying that
Hmm.
is that even last season, even though they had the CB problems, they still prevailed. But this season, they identified that is not going to work, and they're really executing anything and everything to kind of make
Hmm.
that resolve that issue, and that
Also,
is
it's
why they're so
visible.
good.
You can see it. You can actually see the gaps. Like,
Yeah,
okay, the
yeah.
left wing, left back, right back looking good. I think
So,
Frimpong will do
another
well.
little tidbit by Fabrizio was that Mark Gehi, the only reason this transfer hasn't still materialized is because Gehi wants minutes assurances.
Hmm.
And because they still have Konate, they're still not able to give that 100% minutes assurance to Gehi. And now Chelsea
Hmm.
might be interested in Konate after,
Hmm.
they lost Levi Colville to the ACL thing. So now that whole domino will
Yeah.
again take place, and I
Oh
think
God.
he
And also,
will
Liverpool are a little more desperate because Frimpong had a hamstring injury
Yeah.
in the
Hmm.
in
first
the game.
game. Yeah,
Oh,
he said he was feeling a little tight on his hamstring,
Hmm.
which might not be a full-on injury, but that's concerning. That also it's day one and it's already there.
Yeah, yeah. No, and
I
Uh,
and
mean that's
hamstring
probably why it's
injuries.
happening.
Yeah, and also hamstring injuries are notoriously tough to recover from. Like even a small hamstring injury takes a while to heal, so
which
it's
is
never
why I
a
think Liverpool's games are all going to be 5-3, 5-2, 5-4
Yeah, yeah, I
this
don't think we are
season.
going to be keeping a clean sheet for, I don't, till we face like some Burnley. That also I don't know, man.
yeah.
I don't see a clean sheet happening. Maybe Newcastle at
It'll be
1-0
like
win.
Oldham boys in the FA Cup third round, fourth round. That's when we'll keep the clean sheet.
Hmm.
So if we're talking about clean sheets, then does that mean? And we'll ask Ronak his opinions on this as a reigning FPL champion of the Conflag Mini League. Does that mean that Allison in your FPL squad is not a good idea this season, Ronak?
He was never a good idea in my FPL because he takes up. You don't want Allison in one of your three Liverpool spots. They have many many better points givers there. You don't really
Hmm.
want Allison there.
Right, and this is a goalkeeper who has also scored a goal. So like he has had that moment for FPL players. Like I can imagine the players who would have Allison in their squad when he scored that
Oh, that
goal.
for that game.
That
Yeah,
would be interesting.
that
But
was absolutely crazy.
I had Frimpong in my first game week FPL team, and I was thinking, ki, oh, he will kill it. Was not to
Hmm.
be. Although Salah did continue his tradition of scoring on the opening day, so captaining Salah was still a good idea. Although a lot more players also had him as a captain,
How
so
do
it
you
doesn't
all
really matter.
did you guys manage to squeeze in Salah and Haaland
No,
or
No.
just
I
Haaland?
dropped Haaland.
No,
I've
dude, I put this guy up
I
top.
have
I don't
I'm a
remember.
Haaland guy. I've gotten both on.
Who
Oh,
else do you have?
Next.
But because your FPL record is
the
very famously terrible.
I have Haaland,
uh,
then I have Virgil, I have uh, Saliba, then just a bunch of 4 million players.
Yeah, that's literally what you whole your all your entire budget is gone there.
I'm like Ayo Adams, fifth sub for Nottingham Forest. This guy, I bet on this guy.
Man's watching a Sunderland game and hoping for a player to come on for a minute so he gets one more point from him.
dude, but among the Salah goal, I was like, okay, I don't think Salah is gonna score, and like, but suddenly after that Chiesa goal, like I just knew chal ho gaya. Like if there's one player who's gonna score after him, it's Salah only, dude. And
Hmm.
he scored from the right side.
Hmm.
This
Hmm.
is weaker foot. So that was a good goal. And like, yeah, that was a good weekend yesterday when day before, but yeah. So,
Salah
and
is
I've
relentless,
read
man.
Mukesh. I don't know if you've read this, but I think Slot plans to utilize Chiesa in either center or left, and
I
I
mean,
that could be
from
a very interesting experiment.
from Chiesa's point of view, you could have ended that sentence halfway. Slot intends on using Chiesa. I think बहुत है उसके लिए. Chiesa के लिए ये बहुत है. तू
Yeah.
किधर मैं गोल तो कर नहीं
Yeah,
Yeah,
मारेगा यार.
he
तू
yeah.
यूटिलाइज तो कर. यूटिलाइज तो
Utilize.
करके
he
देखो
was
सर.
tapping the badge after scoring a goal. I was like, bhai, tell me YNWA ka full form abhi.
Dude, the fans
He's
after that
enjoying.
goal couldn't stop chanting his song, like, and it's a very catchy song also. Please look it up. So
One more
it was nice, right?
one more joke. The famous "This is Anfield" sign when you're walking out the tunnel at Anfield, right? वो actually Chiesa के लिए है to remind him that this is Anfield.
You play for this team.
You're actually here.
But now they
So
don't want to sell him. Apparently, they are going to keep him for this season because, like last week, until before the match, they had plans to sell him, and I don't know.
I mean,
So
honestly,
now,
buying a player of Chiesa's caliber in this market would be very expensive. I mean, Chiesa, I know he didn't really work out up until now, but he's a solid player. I had
he
really
needs
high
time.
hopes.
He needs
I had
minutes,
high
dude. That's
hopes with
all.
Chiesa.
He
he
needs
does.
minutes. I
He
think if he, sorry, go on.
no, go.
I think if he starts at least three more games, if not at least gets subbed on, like I think if Slot gives him more minutes, there is a high chance he could really perform well this season.
Yeah,
I
I
This is
think
just
he.
my hot take.
No, I think he could be a great impact sub. Like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
comes on at the 60th minute,
Minamino
70th
types.
minute, gets you an assist or a, yeah,
Minamino types.
Minamino,
Yeah.
Ole Gunnar
Yeah.
Solskjaer, that sort of vibe. And gonna tap the badge enough times because he knows for his contract, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna tap the crap out of this badge.
Also, I don't know if you all observed what a knee slide, dude. That the spark.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like, that was
yeah.
such a
Insane.
good slide. I was like, I don't remember the last time I
it
saw.
is honestly very pleasing when a player does a proper knee slide. I feel like a knee slide is my favorite celebration, like absolute all-time classic favorite
Yeah.
fucking celebration. Fuck all these Gen Z players who do the fucking Fortnite dances and the
Yeah,
gun and
yeah.
all that.
Dude, have
Chutia,
you seen
fuck that shit.
Frimpong after scoring that Community Shield goal? He literally went like, he's just doing shit like that. Like,
पर वो मतलब ग्रियजमन ने किया था एंड ग्रियजमन आई स्टिल फील इज स्लाइटली अबव जेन जी लेवल
हाँ.
player तो
Yeah.
the whatever the phone dance is still excusable, but a proper knee slide when perfectly
Ooh.
executed is one of the most pleasing things to see.
Yeah,
A
dude.
proper knee slide that goes into kicking the corner flag is, or punching the corner
Oh.
flag is my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
celebration ever. Like,
I think we're all thinking of Jamie Vardy right now.
yeah,
I
I really
mean,
miss him.
perfect.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Jamie
talking
Vardy,
about favorite celebrations, I only think about Kalma, man. Just Ronaldo hitting that Kalma was like a different gravy.
Yeah.
But
again,
it doesn't really. It only suits Ronaldo in a certain context. But I'm saying,
100%.
if any
100%.
random player were to score and do a celebration, I want
Yeah,
them to
yeah,
slide from the
I
end of the big D till the corner flag,
yeah,
punch it,
dude.
yeah,
jump into the stands,
yeah.
yeah.
get patted on the head by guys who look like thumbs, like,
Yeah. It's
You
it's
know,
I'll tell you what it
yeah.
is. Like it is just the absolute pure explosion of emotion that gets captured in a knee slide or even a belly slide, like any sort of slide.
Ooh.
It is that emotion. And then see there's also layers and nuances to the knee slide. There is the very calm, I know what I'm doing knee slide. There is the just I don't know what the fuck is going on, I'm so happy knee slide. And there is the failure knee slide, which is where you try but it does not happen and you stumble and you
and
fall.
it falls.
And I feel like
Dude,
those
this
are the
happened to
tricky ones
Konate
because
like a season ago.
हाँ because वो मतलब उधर ही तुम्हारा ACL जा सकता है यार like
ACL straight up.
उधर ही meniscus tear उधर ही हो सकता है. So it's a very tricky thing. Like I would say
Yeah.
Nani's fucking cartwheels were far more safer than an ill-executed
Yeah.
knee slide.
This is why I like Rashford.
Because he doesn't score
Plain and
goals.
simple.
Safe.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Safe.
वो आता नहीं है
Yeah.
ना
Just
time
point
में.
to point to the head. बस खत्म.
हाँ, वो time लगता है हाँ वो इतना हुआ नहीं है in the last few how many ever this things. But this is the beauty of the corner flag, guys. We have done 10 minutes on knee slides. Like it's good. Um,
We are
you
so back,
mentioned
guys. We are so
you
back.
you mentioned Ronak about Mukesh's FPL waiting for a Sunderland player to come and score a point. Let's talk about fucking Sunderland. The Black Cats have come back to the Premier League. Everybody thought that they are going to be relegation fodder, and they still might be. It is still only one game week in that we are at in this season, so it's still obviously very, very early to tell. But what a fucking 3-0 victory over Graham Potter's West Ham, man. What a fucking victory for
Yeah.
them.
Mad victory. I didn't
This was a
expect that
home or
at
away
all.
match.
होम था ना Sunderland at home.
I
So
think
I feel
Sunderland
home.
like
home
the
or away?
stadium, हाँ वो Stadium of Light का atmosphere at being back
Sunderland
in
was
Ah,
home.
Sunderland
Sunderland was
nice.
home.
would have also helped them, but this does not bode well for Graham Potter. Like everybody had
I
such high hopes.
I know. I was just like, was this guy given the reins of Chelsea sometime back? Like you'd expect him to be able to beat Sunderland, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Potter
West
ball
Ham
is
are a
too
decent
defensive.
team, man. Like they have decent players. They should be able to beat Sunderland.
They
No,
should.
Like,
I feel like West Ham now is just Bowen and 10 sticks of wood, I think.
yeah, that's true. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
now
do
even
think,
Kudus is gone.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think with Kuru's gone and West Ham sort of figured out, and Graham Potter's criminally unattacking, defensive minded uh, manager. So I think the plan is play tight, stick the ball to Bowen or whoever's left, which is probably what backfired. And
Yeah.
then Sunderland
Hmm.
realized that they don't need to play as defensive as whatever,
Yeah.
and they
I
just
mean,
went for it.
to be fair, yeah,
And
like it was the late goals. 61st minute was the first goal that Sunderland scored. So it was all a action-packed last few stages of the game, but it's
hmm,
going to do a massive bit of good to Sunderland's morale overall and the club within that squad, because it's not like they have a lot of proven Premier League quality players. They're still operating on a shoestring budget. uh, it seems good. Like this seems
Yeah,
like
my what I like about this is that, well, let's be honest, Sunderland will very much be in the relegation battle, even if not get relegated.
maybe
All these
not though.
points that they pick up, these 10, if they pick up a streak of 10 points in the first 10 games, those are really going to help them
Yeah,
get a cushion right at the end when everyone's injured, things are up to fate, right? I think so.
right.
These 3 points are going to be super helpful. So I hope they pick up a good 10 points, 12 points in the first quarter or so,
Hmm.
because eventually they will lose team, and then they'll hopefully then they'll be able to beat an unrelegated team yet, just go down uh,
yeah.
and stay up.
So I mean, the trend that we have seen in the Premier League, and this happened obviously last season as well, which is that all the three promoted teams get relegated, right? And that is because the gulf in class between Premier League teams and teams who have established themselves in the Premier League, much like a Brighton, for example, who have not really been a part of the Premier League for a long time, but once they came in, they've cemented themselves as a Premier League club. Fulham also to a certain extent, because they tended to be a yo-yo club a few years ago, and then they kind of under Marco Silva kind of cemented themselves in the Premier League. It's become very tough for promoted teams to stay in the league, and we saw that last season as well. It was all the three promoted teams who went down. But I feel like, and again, I understand that it is still too early to say considering Sirf game week 1 you are. But this Sunderland team might actually surprise a few people by staying in the league, because I don't think Burnley are going to stay. I don't
Ag-
think Burnley under Scott
Agreed.
Parker have what
Agreed.
it takes to be Premier League. I mean, to be
Regulars, yeah.
Premier League regulars. I don't think Leeds under Daniel Farker are going to do anything well. They'll give a fight, but they'll probably finish 17th. I would think that's their ceiling for this season in this league. But Sunderland, if they manage to break out, then that spells danger for teams that were battling relegation last season, like Spurs and United. Like we could actually go down.
uh, I think it most likely will be Brentford. I think Brentford now
I was about to say
look
Brentford. I was
very
literally
I
about
think
to say
clueless.
Wolves
Brentford.
maybe. Maybe
Yeah,
Wolves.
Wolves, Brentford. Because I
Wolves.
feel like Brentford with Thomas Frank's departure and a bunch of the players leaving, they look very demotivated.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Brentford
and
just
it's
have
like,
Yeah,
been raided. Brentford, matlab,
yeah,
looting and
correct.
pillaging has
I
happened in
was
that
thinking
village.
of Bournemouth, but after watching that game versus Liverpool the other day, I was like, no, Bournemouth still look good.
Yeah,
They
Bournemouth.
still they
I
look
think
pretty good.
the thing
And
is
they
with
still
Bournemouth.
have Clivert also.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I
And
think
this
Dango
guy,
Otara is the only one who's left.
Evanilson,
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Otara.
maybe. Yeah.
So and Semenyo again, like you said, got on the score sheet as well, equalized for Bournemouth against Liverpool. So and most important thing for
Dude, I
Bournemouth
felt
is
so bad.
no, sir. I was saying that the most important thing for Bournemouth is that Andoni Iraola is still in the managerial position, and he has been
yeah.
a very very good manager for them.
Good man.
If they
Too
have
good.
enjoyed any amount of progress over the last season, it has been because they stuck with Iraola. And I remember on this podcast, we mentioned 2 seasons ago that, yeah, Andoni Iraola, we don't know if he's actually going to do well at Bournemouth or not. He'll probably be the first manager to be sacked. He has surprised everyone. So he is very, very much secure in his spot over there, unless another team comes and, poaches him from Bournemouth. I think till the time he is there, Bournemouth are safe. Brentford, like you guys were
Hmm.
saying, looks very bad for them. 3-1 loss against Nottingham Forest, Chris Wood brace. It just does not look good. They've lost their manager, they've lost Christian Norgard, they've lost Mbuemo. They are about to lose Visa as well from the looks of it. It just does not look good. Like they have not been able to stop their key players from leaving. And for a team like Brentford, for a team of their profile, of course you're going to have to sell your best players. That's how you stay afloat. But for a long time, they still had some sort of succession planning where even if they had to sell a player, they had a replacement lined up. That's something that Brighton, for example, does very well and have consistently done well. That seems to be the problem for me. Like Brentford, you're very right. Like I feel like Sunderland might stay up and Brentford might go down.
Yeah,
So
or
even with
at least it'll be a battle. And I hope
yeah.
Sunderland don't go down. As much as it pains me to say that Kelleher's new team might go down, and it might be a poor move. It might have been a poor move in hindsight,
Hmm.
but only in hindsight. I hope it's not a team that's just come up that goes down.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, thinking the same thing.
Speaking about Konate being interested in Chelsea and Chelsea being interested in Konate, of course, Chelsea is interested in everyone. I
Chelsea's
feel
in.
like आई फील लाइक मेरी काम वाली भाई भी कल आके बोलेगी भैया चेल्सी ने ऑफर किया है तो मैं जा रही हूँ.
Ja, yeah.
Transfer.
Start in the Carabao Cup.
Fabrizio Romano's my place. Shanta to Chelsea. Here we go.
So
Fucking
nice.
doing the dishes, sweeping and swabbing. 10 million contract agreed. But they, I
Over
don't
10
know what
years.
over 10 years. I don't know what they're fucking. I've lost track of how many players are at Chelsea, how many players are there, how
Same
many players
dude.
have left.
Yeah, like also they already have such a good squad, and now they're chasing Xavi Simons. Like,
And
okay, Xavi
Garnacho.
Simons is
And
a
Garnacho.
and Garnacho, yes. Both of them are great profiles, specifically Xavi first. I think he suits that, but there was already have bro players in every position. ये किधर खेलेगा dude?
I mean,
I don't understand Chelsea dude anymore.
I
Hey,
don't
they want
understand
to
Chelsea.
desperately sell Nkunku and Nicholas Jackson.
But dude,
And
again, when Nkunku was signed, he was like a hot thing that time. He was one of the most exciting players to watch in Europe, and like
Yeah.
he didn't click at all. Maybe few goals here and there, 1-2 balloons, but
it's also
Yeah.
injuries. He's obviously a very injury-prone player. And Premier League सबके पास का बात नहीं होता है यार. Especially these
agreed.
dribble-heavy players. Not everyone can really dribble past players in the Premier League. So
Mm.
it's just the way it
It's a
is.
very different game. But
Dude,
I don't know
this
how they're going to manage to offload Jackson and Nkunku because
Nkunku would actually, if this happens, I really see Nkunku doing well at like an Aston Villa or like a Fulham or maybe even Newcastle.
No,
I
I think
just I
Nkunku
don't
has to
know.
go back to Germany. He has to go back to Germany, and Bayern are interested in him, and the talks are
Ooh,
very much underway. And yeah,
nice. That'd be a
yeah,
good signing.
Humphrey has said we Chelsea
Luis
don't have
Diaz
yeah.
has
left
also gone
wingers.
to.
We have Gittins and no
Hmm.
one. We have Gittins. मतलब Gittins को तो अभी लाए तुम लोग.
Dude,
How is it?
Gittins also का same scene होगा 2 साल में भी. It's gonna be, I think, Chelsea's most consistent players right now, Caicedo, exactly, I can't think of
Palmer.
anyone.
Palmer,
Palmer,
that's
but
it.
Palmer
Yeah.
has not, he's not scored an open goal in the Premier League since January or something.
I know. Yeah.
In finals, he's a perfect player. Then who else? Bro? Caicedo, फिर Enzo.
Hmm.
Yeah. Enzo's been
हाँ,
good.
Cucurella, that dude,
I
Cucurella.
really don't like
Cucurella.
that guy, but
I
he's a
just
good
Fucking
why did I
player.
sing his song?
fucking hate
He's
that
good.
guy.
You can't deny. Even I don't like his attitude, but he's so good. This guy, these players only mostly.
Nee, and so I'll tell you with Chelsea now, they've identified that Palmer through the middle is really not working out. It's even diminishing his own potential and of course Chelsea's
Yes.
output. So that's why they're really targeting Xavi Simons. So they shift Palmer out to the right. They're getting a few left wingers in Garnacho, and of course they've got Gittins and Pedro Neto. So that is how they kind of going about it. So right wing position, they don't really have to think about it. Madueke ko bhi bech diya, Madueke ko. It's
Yeah,
really all G because they
yeah,
want Palmer to play from the right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the transfers that they have made, a 0-0 draw against Crystal Palace, which could have been a 1-0 loss had Eberechi Eze's goal been allowed. It
Yeah.
does not look good for Chelsea and does not look good for my FPL team either क्योंकि मैंने तो जॉ पेड्रो और कोल पार्मर को लाया सोच के कि स्टैम्फर्ड ब्रिज पे ओपनिंग डे
Same.
against Crystal Palace. These guys will run riot and they've both had great pre-seasons, especially Joao Pedro in the Club World Cup and all. He's had a great
Yeah.
fucking
Guys, come
pre-season,
on, we
man.
cannot be making decisions based on a Club World Cup. That is, I mean, it's like one free game against PSG they won, and we really don't even know the full information as to what PSG were
But
up
that's
to.
that's been Chelsea all along at any final, na? Like one game they somehow won. Like, it's just I've never seen Chelsea comfortably win in a final since I can't remember.
No, fair enough. I see what you're saying. From the 2012 Champions League final, whenever Chelsea's won a final, it's been like, huh? How did they do that? Like, that is the
Yeah,
general
like
reaction.
Aren't you
dude,
struggling? Aren't you a
Yeah.
struggling team right
dude,
now?
dude.
Like,
So
Roberto,
like
what is his name? I think Matteo.
Roberto Di Matteo.
Roberto
Yeah.
Matteo took won you a Champions League final. He's
yeah.
managing some Shanghai Kazan or some thing. Shanghai FC was like, how is this guy now managing
that's always been
Chelsea?
Chelsea. कहीं से भी they just come win and be like, हाँ ठीक है, and then they go back to this wherever transition period they are in, and it's
यार
a
मेरे को
loop.
ना चेल्सी को देख के मेरे को हमेशा वो स्क्रैप यार्ड की याद आती है वेयर ओल्ड कार्स आर जस्ट लाइक लेफ्ट लाइक just catching dust fucking rusting and all मेरे को वो याद आती है चेल्सी को देख because somebody said Humphrey has said that we still have to sell Raheem Sterling. I imagine Raheem Sterling's
Oh
going to
God.
Cobham every day just
Wait,
like
wait, wait. One second, one second. Isn't Sterling in Arsenal? Like, what is?
I think वो loan
No,
था.
that was a loan.
loan
That was
था
a loan. That
वो
was a
Oh,
loan
loan.
था
fuck. He's still in Chelsea right now.
he's
Bro,
still in Chelsea.
Arsenal Chelsea का तो अलग ही रिश्ता है. 33-year-old at
Yeah,
Chelsea, fuck, go to Arsenal.
they're besties. Besties.
I let's talk about that for a second because I do not understand. And if there are any Arsenal fans watching this, please write into us in the chat because I really want to know what the fuck this thing is. Like, why did you sign Sterling on loan? Why have you got Madueke? Why have you got Kepa? Like, why? Why?
Kepa, Havertz. Like,
Havertz.
I mean, Jorginho, check.
Jorginho.
Like, the list goes on.
What does Chelsea have Arsenal's nudes? Like that's what I want to know. क्या
We got
क्या
our first reel, guys.
क्या बेशर्मी है क्या बेशर्मी है तुम्हारे पास छुपी हुई
Chelsea managed to get 70 odd million from Arsenal for Kai Havertz. I mean, that has to be the
स्कैम ऑफ द सेंचुरी हंसल मेहता
the
ने
scam
सीजन
of
3
the
बनाना चाहिए
century.
हंसल मेहता को बोलो स्कैम 2000 whatever 25 बनाओ अभी इस
Scam.
पे हर्षद मेहता और
Scam at
तेलगी
the
के बाद
bridge.
यही चाहिए बिकॉज this is money laundering dude this is straight up money laundering
Hmm.
Definitely.
ridiculous Humphrey also said we struggle until there is a trophy at stake which is again very very true
And Arsenal का exactly इसका उल्टा है. they don't struggle at all until there's a trophy at stake.
फिर हाथ कांपने लगते हैं. Oh shit, ट्रॉफी कैसे उठाएंगे
ट्रॉफी
यार?
कैसा है?
I feel like Arsenal players are just scared about how they will fuck up lifting the trophy, so they say actually नहीं उठाते यार. That is
Yeah,
only better.
it's just give it to
क्या
someone.
मतलब
No, yeah.
सर्जियो रामोस की तरह बस के ऊपर से ट्रॉफी गिर जाएगी, ये सब नहीं चाहिए हम लोग सीधे साधे इंसान है.
No,
Hmm.
also
Let's
I
just
feel
play
like
it
now
safe.
they waited for
Yeah.
so long to win a trophy. I'm like, bro, there's nothing bigger than the Premier League and Champions League. You have to win the World Cup now somehow. Like, I'm like, अरे यार, how long will you wait? Like after उसके ऊपर, what is the bigger prize you're waiting for?
Yeah.
Dude, I swear, last season I was convinced. I was convinced Arsenal were going to win it. Like because the season before that,
Hey,
अरे
hey.
but
they looked
Nathan,
Listen, I
so
also
good.
talk
In the
Not
like
at
end, they
all.
collapsed.
listen. I also talk like this to do jinx, and I'm like hoping the universe is listening and all. But deep inside, you knew we were winning. Throughout,
guys,
you knew we
So
were winning.
I
guys,
swear I did not know. Ah, okay, I
guys.
was convinced.
Why
I
are you
was
swearing?
convinced
It's
that
okay, dude.
I was convinced that Liverpool could win last season after they beat City at Etihad. That's when I'm like, okay, I think Liverpool. Dude, we spoke about this on the turf also, bro. Like that's when I was like, okay, Liverpool
Yeah.
really want this.
I was just playing games with the universe in case it was
Guys,
listening.
I don't know why anybody ever thought that Arsenal is going to win. Arteta बोलते रहता है ना हमेशा. Arsenal fans भी बोलते रहते हैं. Trust the process. यही तो है Arsenal का process.
Dude, Amogh, I have this
First रहो
theory.
till January, and
Yeah,
then nicely go down to second. Like oh shit, we can win.
exactly.
That is the
Yeah, yeah.
process. और
Amogh, I
वो
have
सब
this
trust
feeling
करो.
that Amorim will win another. No, he's not one. He'll win a trophy before Arteta this season.
Of course he has. He's already won the Snapdragon Cup, bro.
Oh yes, there you go, dude. Arsenal, come on.
Pre-season tournament has already been won.
And Arsenal didn't win any trophy in the preseason. See, progress.
Progress.
I think the process has been trusted more by you guys, and it's
Yeah.
working. Results have been shown.
From Arsenal, let's talk about their crosstown rivals and arguably the better team in North London right now. Tottenham Hotspur under Thomas Frank have kicked off their season with a 3-1 victory over the
Yeah.
aforementioned Brentford. Mohamed Kudus in great form, 2 assists for the 2 Richarlison goals. Fantastic showing all around. Before we get into this game, I just wanted to point out the lovely Super Cup clash that happened between Spurs and PSG that PSG won. Where Spurs did play really, really well. I think they were leading
Yeah,
2-0
they
till
played
the
very
end,
well,
and
dude.
then PSG kind of came back and won it. Thomas Frank had a very interesting quote to say. He said that in medical terms, the operation was a success, but the patient died.
Has football found a Sidhu? Is football ready for it?
अगर
But
patient
yeah, dude, Spurs really looked. I was convinced. I'm like, Spurs are winning this game. And then after this guy whoever scored Dembele, I think scored the first goal, or Ramos, whoever, I was like, okay, they're gonna crumble. And the next moment they did.
Yeah, terrible.
I really wanted Spurs to win that match. I kind of have a soft spot for Spurs. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
I'm sorry, I mentioned Spurs beat Brentford. They beat Burnley, not Brentford. So my bad. It's a live stream. We can't go back and edit that bit out. But yeah, like I mean, I feel like with losing Son also, finally, is it Richarlison's time to shine at Spurs? Because ever since he joined Spurs from Everton, he has always been second or third fiddle behind Kane and Son. Those two were always the main guys. But is he now ready to stake a claim to be the main guy?
See, what I
Maybe.
feel about Richarlison, he's a confidence player. Like, if he scores, he'll go on a run of games where he'll just keep scoring. He'll score bloody overhead
Yeah.
kicks. He'll score chips. He'll do everything. And then suddenly he has 3 games or 4 games where he doesn't score, and then he's in a rut. And then he's not going to pop back. And to be the leader of a team, you need to have that maturity where you can pace yourself, not just don't score goals when you can, but know that there's better times also coming, even when you're in a bad moment in the game. And I think that is where he lacks. And that is where you also need support of your team. Like, when you are not stepping up, you need your other team members to also just go and pop in a goal and just maybe slide out a game. And that is what has been Spurs and Richarlison's problem at Spurs.
Yeah. Who then is the main man at Spurs now? because losing, and it's not like Son was, a player in his absolute prime or something. I think he decided to leave Spurs at the right moment, leaving on a high after winning the Europa League. Perfect time for Son to leave as well. But who is that player now who's going to be talismanic for Spurs?
I
So it
think
was it
Johnson.
was so honestly, no, not even Johnson. I think it is going to be Eze. They're gonna get Eberechi Eze
Oh,
in,
dude, that
and
would be
he's
a
gonna
killer signing, man.
dictate the hell out of that team. And that player is such a class act,
Yeah.
and I think he can make any team tick. He's honestly
Yeah,
that good. He can travel with the ball. He can play multiple positions, and he's very very confident in his own abilities. He can really strike a ball from anywhere, dribble past players, and pass into the narrowest of gaps. And Premier League proven, you don't need anything more.
Yeah.
hmm.
And I mean,
Dude, every time I watch Semenyo play versus Liverpool, I just like Crystal Palace play versus, sorry, Bournemouth player. Arey, what am I saying? Yeah, Crystal
Just go for it.
Palace.
it's
Burnley,
okay.
Yeah,
Just
Liverpool.
go
Say
through all the
them. Say
names,
them all.
Nathan. Nathan, tu
yeah.
go on,
Semenyo
man.
and
It
Eze
doesn't
are the
matter.
same.
Leeds, right? Yeah, Leeds, right? Every time, like I'm just like, come on, dude, just
Man,
because it's inevitable. He always somehow scores versus them.
acha, now we are confused who you're talking about, by the way.
Yeah.
Fuck यार क्या Tell me you're in Goa without telling me you're in Goa. I'm sorry.
Collins.
Eze.
Baleba.
As a, huh.
Oh, damn it. I want to confuse.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
throw a
Eze,
name.
dude. He's
But
Cristiano
just
Ronaldo.
so good.
बहुत time लगा पहुंचने, but
Eze,
we got there
Eze.
in the end. Dude, what you said about Eze being a class act is absolutely true, because obviously the rumors about his future are out there. It's an open secret that he wants to leave and he's likely going to go to Spurs. And we were considering, and we were thinking that Eze would not feature in the game against Crystal Palace. Sorry, in the game against Chelsea.
Chelsea.
But
Hmm.
man was there. Man put out a fucking match-winning performance. Got on the score sheet. Unluckily disallowed by VAR, but did everything. Man, he did all that he could without creating a fuss. Got taken off. Applauded the fans. Shook hands with his manager. Did everything correctly, as opposed to Alexander Isak, who has now
Unlike
gone on strike.
exactly.
So now, Mukesh, what kind of player would you like at your club? A class act like Eberechi Eze, which you're not going to get because Spurs is going to beat you, or a fucking rat like Alexander Isak?
I mean, a rat Alexander sounds like it's Liverpool.
Correct. You've gotten rid of one rat in Trent, so there
Yeah.
is the vacancy for another rat.
Another rat. There is. I think every team has a space for one rat,
Yeah.
Hmm.
right? And I think maybe Slot knew that he wants Isaac, so he's like, boss, Arnold, don't renew your contract, fuck off. Which is why we're getting Isaac, which means an extra 10, 15 goals. So I'll take a rat who gives me 15 goals. Hopefully 15 goals or
Can we
20.
call him Alexander is Snake, or is that a very bad
Oh,
pun?
Alexander
I
Isak.
Alexander Isak, much better, much better. We're getting there, but the reactions from Ronaq and Mukesh are not very, very heartening. So,
Like,
we
about
live to
Isaac,
die
I'd
as a
just
city.
say of course there's you can move to a better club in a much better way is one, but also I think Eddie Howe deserves more, man. Like,
Yeah,
he sanctioned
Yeah.
his 70 million move to Newcastle. He really trusted in the player, gave him, like, everything, gave him a platform to perform. It's okay if you want to leave the club, but just maybe respect the manager who got you in.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes. No, right.
yeah,
I mean, but
absolutely.
I don't expect Isaac to be the kind of player even when he comes to Liverpool. There's no expectation that if say 2 years later there's an Atletico,
Madrid
Barca,
calling.
Real, one of the three of them call, he's just gonna go. He's not. I don't think he's a sort of player uh, who you can. He's a journeyman. He's not someone who has any attachment to any of these clubs. So I don't think you can expect
Hmm.
that from him.
I don't think
Um,
he's a journeyman.
and also one thing, I don't also think for him the problem was that honestly I know all of us respect Newcastle and that we think the project is like it's sped up a lot. But I think if I'm Isaac, I'm thinking, man, Newcastle aren't going to take over the league like the way they promised me 3 years ago, right? So it's either I break up badly or I spend one more year here negotiating, etc., and I don't. My career is delayed by one more year. Now he throws a
Yeah.
tantrum, does something, he comes to Liverpool. a better chance at winning the Champions League. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. A better chance at winning the Premier League, right?
No. So we all get that he wants to go to Liverpool. That is, no one's even questioning
No,
that
no, no.
one bit.
I'm saying, think of it from his point of view. But the
Hmm.
project that was promised to him, I don't think that's what's happening. Right?
Yeah,
It is a lot
basically.
slower. I do think Newcastle had a great first season, then they sort of went back a little. So maybe it's gonna converge to the mean, which is probably not going to be helpful. Which is great for Newcastle because they are going step by step up. It is a slow process, but if I'm Isaac, I'm thinking I probably have what he's 26, right?
I think
Yeah,
younger, na? Okay,
25 or 26,
Even
26.
if
something
he's
like that. Yeah.
24, right? 3 years and he's probably declining, right? So I mean, he probably has 3 good seasons left. And man, win even one more season at a place like Newcastle where he has to respect people and all that just sounds like time waste for him, right?
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
He's 25.
and he's not won anything yet, like of significance.
Hmm.
But
Uh,
I mean, I get that.
he's had a
I
glorious moment. Give them a cup, right? Against, I mean, even with an iconic win against Liverpool itself. And he's like, okay, you guys celebrated that. Now I'm going to a club with the new thing so I can win the bigger trophies.
Yeah, and
That's true somewhere. Like, even, I mean, I really feel for Newcastle. They've been given the shoe by every single target they went after this summer, and it was horrendous.
yeah.
It was absolutely horrendous to watch that. Every single target, like, from Eze to Benjamin
Eze,
Sheshko to
Gyökeres,
everyone.
Sheshko, everyone,
I have a
everyone.
theory as
Everyone.
to why this happened. So my theory is that I think they celebrated too hard when they won the Carabao Cup, which I think is a good thing because the fans celebrated. But I think if I'm a player, I'm looking, man, these guys are celebrating for a Carabao Cup. I want to be with the teams that are, like that gunning for the big, big cups, not a Carabao Cup, which from a fan's perspective makes sense. But if I'm a player,
No,
I'm like,
the reality is they are Newcastle, although they're in the Champions League this season, but they're still not part of the big six, as it were.
Hmm,
yeah,
hmm.
So they're still a relatively smaller club in the Northeast. And even the location plays a huge role. Like, if Newcastle was supposed in London, they would have had a
yeah,
much bigger appeal to pull in players. And that really plays a lot into the,
Yeah,
because, like, if you're in Newcastle, for every single away game, you're going to have to travel. Like,
yeah,
it's just plain and simple. Like,
yeah,
whereas if you're living in London, for at least maybe 6 or 7 away games, you don't have to travel.
yeah,
And stuff like that really matters when
yeah,
you're thinking of shifting bases and taking your whole family over to a new city. It all counts.
yeah.
yeah.
But yes, before we kind of wrap up for this episode, let's talk about United versus Arsenal, which was the blockbuster fixture for the opening day. Lots of narrative there. Gyökeres starting for Arsenal, Sheshko on the bench for United, Cunha and Mbumo starting. Pretty good game.
Uh, Amog, I mean, I know Abhishek in the messages has already asked this, but I guess it is time to ask everyone's favorite question. It is, what was the score, Amog?
Yeah, we lost 1-0.
Huh?
Okay, did
Or some
I
audio
miss
issue?
anything in the I only watched the first half. Did I miss anything in the second half? Asking for a friend.
I mean, more of
It
the same.
depends on
Like,
which side you were on.
yeah,
I was on
United missed a
football
lot of
side yesterday.
chances. Yeah,
No,
United missed
football
a lot of
really lost,
chances.
man, because I think United got robbed of a lot of decisions.
Yeah.
But either ways.
Oh,
No, I mean, I feel like the goal, for example, and we'll talk about that. It should have been a foul for sure, but it would have been a soft foul in the box. So I understand why it was not given. Bayern there should have done better. For sure, he should have done better. He should have dominated his box a lot more. Uh, very, very hard to justify a mistake like that. But having said that, we have seen De Gea make these mistakes. We've seen Onana make these mistakes. We've seen top quality goalkeepers make these mistakes. And Alta is still young. He'll get over it. It does feel like Alta is going to be first choice this season. I don't know what the situation
But
between Onana and Amorim is.
like, it was definitely a foul. I mean, even though if it was a soft foul, but by principle, a
Hmm.
outfield player, opposition player, cannot put their hands on a keeper one, and least of all on the keeper's hand. Like, you can't hold the keeper's hand.
Hmm.
That is foul 101. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think the number of that's when I felt like the Premier League was back. Is that I don't know if you remember in the Liverpool game, there was a clear handball that was not fucking ruled out.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
dude,
with
that
this
guy was
one,
playing
I was
basketball,
like,
bro.
and with this decision against Bandy, I was like, oh, you know what? Okay, great, we're back. We really,
Hmm.
truly are back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, yeah, it's
You
just
know,
one of those. But
sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
no, my line was it was just that was my line. Like there was no real wish push. That was coming. So you can
Now,
go ahead.
like I feel even though Arsenal won the game, I think United came out of the game happier just because of the performance of the teams. Both the teams. I think Arsenal would see their team and would be like, they should have done better. And United, after of course the the whole preamble of last season, we went like, at least we're seeing some quality in the team.
Yeah.
And so probably yeah. But before we wrap up, I really want to talk about the player in our poster, man. जो हमारे इसके poster में था, bloody Tijani Reindeers, man. What a
Mm.
signing for Manchester City.
Rudolph, the
What a
blue-nosed
revelation that
reindeers.
guy
Yeah.
is.
What a fucking signing! What
I
a
didn't
fucking
know he
signing.
had that kind of a game. I really
He's
didn't know. I thought he was a
It looks like
CDM.
even
Dude,
City
no, he
players
was
didn't know it,
always.
huh?
yeah.
He can move, he can dribble, he can do everything. I had no idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
How did Pep secure him? How did how did no one else in the fucking world know about this guy?
Yeah. 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 It's
Hmm.
mad talent ID.
Yeah.
He's going to be
Yeah.
an FPL hitter. I feel.
Oh,
Oh,
Hmm.
really?
I took a
Mukesh,
punt on him. I took a punt on
City
him.
predictions this
That's
season.
why you're the reigning champion, bro. That's fucking why.
How many points did you guys get this week,
I
man?
don't know, somewhere in the 50s, man.
Yeah,
Don't judge
I
game
got
week
40.
one.
It's 40. Never judge game week
Yeah,
1.
same,
Hey,
same.
lamba. It's a marathon. Lamba game. Lamba game.
Dude, what are your thoughts on City, predictions on City? Sorry, do you think they'll win anything this season or
They'll
like,
win, of course. I think they'll win the league this season.
I
Yeah,
think
same.
they'll
you know
win,
what?
man.
I
I
think
think
they'll win
this
the league.
season is going to be between the City and
I
Arsenal, with
No,
probably
no. I
City
think
inching.
it'll be
Hmm.
City, Liverpool. Arsenal will fall further down the pack.
No. Liverpool look a little too
Hmm.
open in the defense, which in the long run always
But
They
I
leads to
feel
do.
lower
like
points.
They do.
but I
Yeah,
feel
dude.
like they'll I feel like they will cover it up with more goals.
That's
I
just a
feel
few.
like
I
that will
think
हाँ
there'll
ना,
be some
Isaac
spectacular
and
Liverpool
Gehi
games.
आ गया तो problem solved.
I think there'll be
Again.
some spectacular games from Liverpool. Like there'll be those tight 4-3s. Like some crazy five. Like, there might even be a Liverpool 5-4. But I don't think Liverpool will win the league. Yep, I do think.
Yeah, same.
Like
You
HM
know who
has said,
I
I do think
predicted
City
to
will
win
be
the
the.
league this season, guys?
Who?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. I knew you were gonna say Chelsea for some reason. the
I predict United are
the
going to
Chelsea.
win
context
the
only
league.
you gave.
I predict United are going to win the league.
Right. So I mean, just a little tidbit to make just stir the pot. Pep Guardiola in his entire managerial career has never lost 2 leagues back to back. So every
Yeah.
time he loses a league, the next league
Yeah.
he wins it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's gonna happen. Like
There's one thing about Arsenal, a little tidbit about Arteta, that every time he loses a league, the next season he's also lost a league. Just
Brilliant.
another tidbit
Every
to
time.
stir the pot a little more.
Every time. Is it
I am
stirring the
all
pot
for
or is
Arsenal
it just like
thrashing. All for it.
I think
Dude, it's.
all of us on
I
this
think
podcast are.
everyone is, bro. Like, 2 seasons ago, I kind of liked what I was seeing at Arsenal. But then after last season, the way they play and all the way these corners and then they play the low block, I'm like, please lose. I don't like
हाँ
you.
No, so I
तुम्हारे
hate it when
तुम्हारे
these Arsenal fans come to me to sorry, to be in the same conversation as Liverpool and City, and they're
Yeah.
just not.
Yeah.
They're categorically not in the same conversation as Liverpool and City.
औकात.
Even over the last 3-4 years,
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah, I mean, it's just honestly, it is fucking Arteta के Guardiola में थोड़ा Mourinho आ गया है with these dark arts, and that's tainting his Spanish heritage.
And I'm stating Mourinho, honestly, because even Mourinho has some aukat, dude. You can't
That's
just
true.
be Mourinho.
That's
Yeah,
can't
true.
Mourinho has a lot of aukat, bro.
Yeah,
Mourinho is
has a
fucking
lot of
rare.
aukat. Mourinho must just be like, "तू भाई क्या? Why are you ruining my bad name? Like,
Yeah.
my bad name
Hey,
is
but
because
if
of me."
Arsenal don't win the league this season, do you think next season Arteta is off?
I don't want him to be out, but I do think. I mean, I'll be very surprised. I'll be very
I
surprised.
would love for Arteta to stay because that is some level of consistency that this league
Yeah.
needs.
See, like I feel still till now, it's the fans who've really given him, scrutiny. That too, not Arsenal fans. It's the other club ka fans that are
Yeah,
giving Arteta scrutiny.
yeah.
So in his club, I think he's fairly safe. Even if he doesn't win anything this season, uske baad some internal scrutiny will start. कि भाई हम कर क्या रहे हैं यहाँ पे?
Mm.
And I think they've spent $1 billion also. I think with this,
Oh, they've spent a
with
lot. Yeah.
yeah, with this, I think transfer window. They after that, I remember reading somewhere that they spent about $1 billion. And their highest player sale to date is still
Anelka.
No, it's still Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain who they sold to Liverpool.
Oh
That's the
yeah.
highest sale till
Shit.
now,
Yeah.
Wow.
right? So
That
until
was
then,
like 36,
yeah,
37
there was
mil.
some. It did not exceed about 40 for sure.
Yeah.
That means that they're
Yeah.
buying players. They're not able to sell players for a high value at any point. That means they're not
Yeah.
developing any players.
Yeah.
Players come there, think. I don't know what
No,
about
but
that project
imagine
is.
like the players they've sold also. Yeah? They've sold Fabregas's, they've sold Van Persie's also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
24
Like,
million to United. Like, I mean, what the
yeah,
hell?
exactly. So I don't know how that project is exciting for any young player if they don't win anything this season.
I
I
think
agree.
it goes back to what Ronak
Honestly,
was saying. It's a
if
London
they
club,
don't
and
win
that.
anything, sorry, go on.
No, I'm
Amogh.
just saying that it goes back to your point, right? Like it's an exciting club only because it's based in London. It's a lovely stepping stone because you know that either तुम्हें Chelsea में मिलेगा कुछ तो because they are always interested in everyone, so you have to move next door, or you'll get a transfer to somewhere else in Europe.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
sorry, you were
Arsenal,
saying something.
honestly, I don't
Guys,
know,
I
man.
may have to push off. I will see you guys soon next week. Cheers,
No
guys.
problem, no problem. See you, Nathan.
See you, man.
But yeah, if I'm a player anywhere in Europe or anywhere in South America, anywhere in Africa, I'm looking at Arsenal. I'm like Arsenal are not even currently a feeder club, right?
Yeah,
Like they're not buying low, selling high. They're not buying high, selling little higher, nothing. So I mean, if this season it doesn't happen, then I would be really surprised.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
In his
really,
10th or
really
11th
surprising.
phase, he might win something or lose
Oh
league by
God.
1 point. So trust the process. That is very true. Before we wrap up very quickly, because we were talking about United and Ronald is here as a United fan as well. Thoughts on Mbuemo and Matthias Cunha, the two debutants
Oh,
for United.
absolutely loved everything I saw.
Yeah,
Everything I saw.
is this the best United attack I've looked
Yeah,
since about 5-10 years? I'm
yeah,
including even the Ronaldo years, including
You
those
know,
2-3 freak years when Rashford and Marshall and all those.
I
I
just
think
want
this.
to add one thing about Cunha. He is a special player. Like, in the game yesterday, after maybe 40, 50 minutes, he was getting frustrated, literally
yeah,
frustrated कि उसको service नहीं मिल रहा है, उसको ball नहीं मिल रहा है, he's not getting his chances to show his quality. Man ran the entire pitch, वो
yeah,
पीछे से, that full solo run because
yeah,
he's that kind of a player, like, who has that fire in him.
yeah.
कि, like, if he doesn't get that chance, he's gonna fucking make one chance
Make
himself.
one exactly, and
And
also the
that
big
is what we needed.
exactly, and the big difference also no is how Mbuemo and Kuna were both tracking back in defense. How they were
Yeah,
fighting for
Yeah.
each dead ball. They were coming back and helping out, which you just did not see with the likes of Rashford and Garnacho. You just did not see that with them. That level
Hmm.
of passion, that level of fight was just not there. And I just hope that this continues because it does look like both Mbuemo and Cunha are players who look happy to be at this club. That
Yeah.
feeling was missing from certain other players, and I feel like that is also very, very
and
vital.
I also feel like Amorim seems a little more sure on the touchline in that he knows what instructions to give because he trusts his players to follow his instructions a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So now I'm
yeah,
like, okay, maybe this is a lot more Amorim's plan and Amorim's team than say what he inherited and he was trying to flush out in the second
You
half
know,
of last season.
I might be trolled for this in the future if it doesn't work out, but I genuinely have that little feeling that Cunha can have similar impact like Cantona did back in the day. Like, that arrogant player who
yeah,
just wants to score and doesn't care about like
yeah,
at Wolves he fought with the manager because he is that arrogant personality who knows his quality and
yeah,
he backs it up.
yeah,
At Wolves he scored what 15, 20 goals. It's not
yeah,
easy thing to do.
yeah. Exactly. I think that's very, very true. One last question before we wrap up from HN is, chalo, manager roulette. Who will get fired first this season?
Daniel
Mukesh.
Farker, I think. Will get
Daniel
fired.
Farker. Huh?
Graham Potter.
Yeah, Graham Potter, Daniel Farker, good shots.
I don't think it'll be Faka because Faka's still done well in the championship. Let's see how he does in the Premier League. Premier League's never been a happy hunting ground for Daniel Faka,
Which is
unfortunately, in
why
the
I think
past.
he'll go back to the championship and find a team and bring them up.
Yeah.
And he might be that guy. He's the opposite of an Allardyce.
He's the new Allardyce.
Yeah,
He's the
no, and
opposite.
then
Yeah,
he takes
correct. He's the
the
opposite. He's the opposite of the Allardyce. I think it could also be Scott Parker. Scott Parker's within a shout at Burnley of getting
Yeah. Yeah.
sacked. Because again, I don't think like Parker did a very good job, and he's a decent bloke, but a good job in
I
the
don't think he's a
championship
Premier League manager.
he does not translate to Premier League manager. He is
Yeah.
not. He's not that. I mean, Frank Lampard is not a Premier League manager, so where does Scott Parker kind of feature?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
we feel like Scott Parker or Daniel Farker or Graham Potter are the two.
So,
Or
but
three
Graham
options.
Potter is a Premier League manager. He is a decent manager, but I don't know. Like this West Ham team with all the people who have left, even Paqueta is now on the verge of leaving.
Yeah,
I don't know where they go from here. They
yeah.
need more than a striker. They need a midfielder. They need everything right now.
Yeah, they need luck on their side more than anything else as well. All right, that is it from us. Thank you so much, everybody who tuned in on this return to regular programming episode. Thank you, Ronaq, for joining us. We'll have you on the pod a lot more this season as well because we love having you, and it's always fun to have you here.
Thank you.
Mukesh, thank you for coming only slightly late this time. Mukesh called
sorry
me
guys,
while the stream
family
was on.
stuff.
While the fucking stream is on, Mukesh is calling me like, what? I had to cut his call. But yes, there we go. If you'd like to reach out to us on social media, you can find us on our Instagrams. Ronak, you're on Instagram at
@Ronaq Vikamsey.
Mukesh is on Instagram
At Mukesh Manjunath.
and I'm on Instagram at Amogh and Mukesh. You can also follow the Corner Flag on Instagram at Corner Flag Pod. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. If you're watching the stream right now, thank you so much. But hit that subscribe button, click the bell icon or whatever it is that people do so that you never miss a stream or an episode from us. Shout out to Kazat Gurda for composing our theme tune. And until next week, it is goodbye from us. So say bye, Ronak.
Bye bye, guys.
Say bye, Mukesh.
Bye guys.
And it's bye from me.